Hello all, I'm Guna Mathivanan. Welcome back to Simply Current Affairs. In today's Current Affairs Hitlist series, we are going to discuss Economic Survey, chapter number 7 and chapter number 8. Before going to the class, if you are looking for some revision support in economy, environment and geography, we have quick revision program where in 15 hours, each subject will be revised quickly. So if you sit one single day, you can finish one subject. So 3 subjects can be revised quickly. To know more information about these programs, you can visit our website www.simplycurrentaffairs.com. The homepage you have courses section where you can know more information about these courses. Apart from that, to support you in this last 30 days of your exam preparation, we are offering all our courses except QRP and economy test series for a discount of 50%. So if you are looking for some current affairs last minute revision and economy detailed preparation, you can subscribe to our program and avail the support. Again, for more information, you can visit our website www.simplycurrentaffairs.com. Right. So today we will continue with chapter 7 and then we will do chapter 8 of economic survey. Chapter 7 deals with services. In the first chapter only, I highlight the role of services. Services, its contribution, sectoral GDP contribution is also more than 50%, and sectoral growth of service sector is more than 9%. Globally, we are seeing geopolitical tension, supply chain disruption. Given the war condition, the trade in the goods are getting stagnated. Globally, I am saying. So globally also, it is services. Services will break all the physical frontiers, right? The services is what is becoming the main driver of global economy. That's the case with India as well. So if you look at the India's economic history, usually any nation, initially it will be an agriculture oriented nation. GDP's contribution predominantly will be coming from agriculture in the initial stage. Then the contribution of manufacturing will increase, then only the contribution of services will increase. But in the case of India, we have skipped the second stage. Agriculture contribution was dominant, then we directly went to the service contribution. So services is becoming the main driver of Indian economy in achieving higher GDP, in achieving higher investments also. So almost $80 billion worth FDI we are receiving in a year, the latest as per latest data, in which also majority of the investments is coming in service sector. So that becomes a main engine of our growth. Okay, so we are the 7th largest service exporter globally, and the share in the global services trade is around 4.3% in 2024. So FDI in services, so the services account for an average of 80.2% of the FDI. 80.2% is coming from services, in which almost 50% is coming from information and communication as well as professional services. GDP share of service sector is also almost 53.6%. Almost 30% of total employment is coming from service sector. We look at the employment elasticity, which is higher in services when compared to the manufacturing. Employment elasticity means when the economy is growing, how the job opportunities are also growing. As economy grows, the jobs also should grow. In services, when economy grows, the jobs in the service sector is growing faster when compared to the growth of jobs in the manufacturing sector. That is why I am referring there is a higher employment elasticity in services. When you look at the demographics, over 60% of the urban workers are in services. Rural area, it is less than 20%. Gender gap. So in rural women in the service sector, among the women, the rural women is only 10.5%. In urban area, 60% are coming from the urban women. If you take the Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, it is at 58.9. Purchasing Managers Index is a monthly index which will measure the performance of both manufacturing sector as well as service sector. This PMI is released by a private firm. Okay, so this PMI will give you a score between 0 to 100. When the score is above 500, that means the sector is expanding. So service sector score is 58.9. That means services are growing. Okay, so services exports, it is growing at 9.7%, in which the software services export is the highest. Okay, even if you take manufacturing, we are seeing increased servicification of manufacturing. That is the, think about a car. do you think that we are manufacturing just a crude car vehicle with engine, gearbox, steering, etc.? Do you think that if someone comes with Maruti or Hyundai or anybody, BMW, if they are coming up with just a crude version of car, the functionality is to move from one place to another with good performance, do you think only those cars will be sold? Today we are looking for internet facility within the car. We are looking for various software enabled services within the car. We want a smart car. We want some automatic car, right? ADAS feature should be there, cruise control should be there. There is increased role of servicification in manufacturing. Manufacturing products, the value is getting increased because of the ingrain of service products inside that manufactured product. This is called servicification of manufacturing. So the role of services, see today who is buying a regular watch? People want to buy smartwatch because of its functionalities. All these are service sectors. So just manufacturing again will not work from now. We need to have servicification of manufacturing where India has a higher opportunity. Okay, so with respect to information technology and enabled services, see GCC, India is becoming the global hub for the global capability centers. What is global capability centers? Once upon a time, multinational companies from the developed nations will have business processing outsourcing BPO units in India. They will just call centers will be in India, will be in Philippines, in emerging economies. But today these multinational corporations, they are setting up their subsidiary units. They are setting up their R&D units. They are setting up their innovation units in India. India is becoming a global capital. Not everything, this is Microsoft if you take, not everything is being done in America. A lot of their innovative wings are being placed in India because India is having a huge potential, knowledgeable, skill-enabled human capital. Okay, so India is becoming the capital of the global capability centers in the world. With respect to cyber security, we have a huge market. It's a global cyber security index that is classifying the countries on different tiers. So India has been placed in tier 1 with a score of 98.49. So yes, there's a lot more to be done to ensure cyber security in the country, but still with whatever efforts we have been done, we are placed in one of the important tier. With respect to cargo transport, the volume is increasing, efficiency is increasing. If you take the ships, there's something called as turnaround time. So there's a port, ship coming inside, it will offload the products, then products will be uploaded, it has to leave the port. The time taken to come in and go, that is called as turnaround time. The TAT is getting reduced from 43 hours, it is getting reduced to 30 hours. So because of that, we are able to improve the efficiency of the ports and we are able to carry more cargo from one place to another place. Railway freight services, so it is becoming more cost advantage when compared to the road transport. Orange economy, these are economy driven by individuals' creativity, innovation, culture, intellectual property, where India is also having a higher advantage. With space services, ocean services, India has allowed foreign direct investment in the space sector. We have grouped the for FDI sectors inside space into different categories. In some areas, 100% FDI we are allowing. In some areas, 75%. Some areas, 49%. We are allowing private players to provide commercial launch services. So we are eyeing a good share in the global space economy. The global space economy currently valued at $8.4 billion. It can increase to $44 billion. So we have a huge advantage to take a lion's share in this commercial space services, which we have to work on. So what the survey is concluding, that we have a sustained strong growth performance, that is our strength. The challenge is the rapid change in technology. So we have to improve the innovation, we have to improve the skill development, we have to streamline the regulations, we have to improve the ease of doing business. So all these are something which we have to focus. This is what chapter number 7 is all about. Chapter number 8 is regarding industry. So industry, we are witnessing global headwinds, headwind, tailwind. Headwind, the wind which is opposing my direction. Tailwind will be pushing me towards my direction. So headwind are challenges. Okay, tailwind are advantages. Given the geopolitical tension, given the war-like situation, war situation only, given the supply chain disruption, given the trade war. Okay, so because of all these things, the trade in goods is getting stagnated, the industry's performance is getting affected, the global geopolitical tensions, inflationary pressures, everything is affecting the industrial growth globally. However, India's industrial growth, despite of all these headwinds, we are growing at almost 7%. And also the manufactured products which we are producing, which is not a basic manufactured crude product, rather, as we discussed in the previous chapter, servicification of manufacturing, we are moving towards medium to high technology activities in the manufactured products, which is something which has to be sustained and appreciated. PMI services was more than 50. Even here, it is well above more than 50. We are performing. RBI releases an index called as Business Expectation Index. Based on the investors' confidence over the industries, this index will be measured, which also shows a positive sentiment for the manufacturing sector. Now, certain industries, overall global positions of India we will discuss. Cement, we are the second largest producer in the world next to China, right? And these cement producers are confined to around 11 states with major share with Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra. Steel, global ranking, we are the second largest crude steel producer. And to boost the steel production, particularly to boost specialty steel, government introduced PLI scheme, production linked incentive scheme also. Specialty steel means a specifically engineered steel to improve the characteristics, high strength, resistance, durability. This is achieved with a specific alloying elements. So it's an engineered steels for which government is giving a lot of advantages. Coal, we have the 5th largest reserve, 2nd largest consumer. Government is taking efforts to improve our coal mining within the country, right? The restrictions imposed on the private players in the coal mining is also being lifted. The coal auctioning process is becoming more easier. Because of all these efforts, the imports which we make on coal is getting reduced. Our domestic exploration is getting increased. So when it comes to electronics, we were 7th largest exporter of electronics, and now we are 3rd largest. We are the 2nd largest manufacturer of mobile phones. Mobile phone manufacturing, the value has increased 30 times. Now it is worth 5.45 lakh crores. So government has come up with various schemes, PLI for large scale electronics manufacturing, for IT hardware, electronics components manufacturing scheme, electronic manufacturers clusters. Okay, when it comes to pharmaceutics, we are the 3rd largest by volume. 20% of the global generic demand is met by India. We are the global leader with respect to low vaccine supply, low cost vaccine production, and we are exporting pharma products for 191 countries. We can even say India is a medical shop for the entire world, right? So turnover is close to 4.2 lakh crores. We are growing at almost 7% in the last decade. Textiles, so our textile industry is valued at $179 billion. We are the largest cotton cultivator. We are the 2nd largest producer of silk, cotton, polyester. We are 6th largest global exporter of textile in general. So the biggest problem is the fragmented value chain, for which government came with Mitra scheme. PM Mitra scheme in 7 identified locations in the country. A big ecosystem is being created. In that single ecosystem, in that single town, not a town basically, a planned infrastructure, in the single place, you will have starting from spinning, weaving, dyeing, manufacturing, garment factory, export, domestic sale, everything will happen in one single place. So the fragmented supply chain is going to be grouped into one single place that is going to improve the operational efficiency, that is going to reduce the logistical cost faced by the farmers. So what the farmers should do is simply bring the fiber inside that park. Guna is a farmer, I am growing cotton. I am bringing cotton inside that park. This cotton from this fiber, with the help of the factory, it will be just turned into different value added products, and it will be exported or domestically sold, everything. Okay, farm to fiber to factory to fashion to foreign. That 5F, this 5F is the philosophy behind Mitra scheme. Farm to fiber to factory to fashion to foreign. Okay. So other initiatives to promote manufacturing, production linked incentive, national production linked incentive is on increased sales On increased sales, government is going to give incentive. National Manufacturing Mission, which aims to double the manufacturing share in the GDP. That was the objective of Make in India. Now under the name of National Manufacturing Mission, government wants to increase, double the manufacturing share in the GDP to 25% by 2035. Semiconductor mission is to build domestic capacity in semiconductor design, manufacturing, innovation, as well as achieving a technological sovereignty, independence. Right. Then achievements in the innovation and R&D landscape. With respect to the research output, we are third in terms of number of innovative publications, content which we publish in scholarly journals. Global Innovation Index, from 66th rank, we have reached 38th rank. The main innovation clusters are Bengaluru, Delhi, Mumbai. With respect to intellectual property, we are 4th in trademark, 6th in patent, 7th in the industrial design. Challenges which we faced in R&D is R&D expenditure. Most of the expenditure is coming from government. The private participation in the expenditure is actually less. The India's R&D expenditure as a percentage of GDP is around 0.6%. But if you go to China, it is almost 2.5%. If you go to South Korea, it is almost 4%. So we have to increase the GDP expenditure, number one, in which the private share also should be significantly increased. So to facilitate all these things, government has created Anushandhan National Research Foundation. The ex officio president of this foundation is Prime Minister. So under that RDI fund, the Research Development Innovation Fund of 1 lakh rupees are also been developed. It's maintained by this ANRF. The money will be used for helping the private players finance their innovative projects. Okay. So for quality control also government is taking efforts. Then about MSMEs, MSMEs are the backbone, be it the contribution, 35.4% of manufacturing is coming from MSME, 48.58% of exports is coming from MSME. MSME alone contributes 31.1% of the GDP share. 7.47 crore enterprises are there under the MSME, 32.82 crore persons are engaged, second largest employer after agriculture. So very, very important backbone of our Indian economy. The problem which the MSME faces is access to the formal credit, for which government is taking a lot of efforts. Some effort, CGTMSE, that is Credit Guarantee Trust for Micro Small Enterprises, under which government gives credit guarantee, okay, up to 5 crore rupees. MSMEs can borrow without any collateral. Government will provide guarantee. And also for the first generation entrepreneurs to set up their micro enterprise in non-farm activity, government came with this Prime Minister Employment Guarantee Program. So these are some efforts taken by the government to scale up the output. So our global footprint, if you see, the India's global manufacturing share is 2.9%. In export, it is 1.8%. We have a huge potential which we have to utilize. Okay, this is about chapter number 8. See, a lot of schemes were mentioned in the chapter number 8. That notes I have given, as I said in the previous videos also. All these schemes at a different time point as part of my 75/75 exclusive current affairs course I have covered. Those slides I am sharing it here. Okay, be it the RDI scheme, about Anushandhan National Research Foundation, Production Linked Incentive, PMEGP, Semicon India Program, Electronics Component Manufacturing Scheme, Global Innovation Index, like that. All these slides I will be sharing it, please go through. Once I finish the economic survey, some of the schemes I have already covered in the regular hit list. The left out schemes, once I finish the economic survey, I will be discussing those as well. Okay. Right, I hope the discussion was useful. I will see you in the next hit list video. Till then, bye. Take care from Guna Mathivanan.